Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers is a Power Rangers series set at the end of the third season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. As with the rest of the third season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this series adapted footage and costumes from the 18th Super Sentai series, Ninja Sentai Kakuranger. During fight scenes an alternate version of the MMPR theme song was played, saying "Go Go Alien Rangers" instead of "Go Go Power Rangers." Synopsis: Master Vile has used the Orb of Doom to reverse the ages of everyone on Earth, including the Power Rangers, reducing them to children. However, unlike the last time, the Rangers retain their memories of the proper time thanks to the Ninja Power Coins. Unfortunately, the Rangers are unable to morph and fight. Zordon recruits the Alien Rangers of Akitar for help. These Rangers are humanoid, partially aquatic aliens, and though Earth's environment is ultimately inhospitable to them, they agree to help. Master Vile's plans are foiled, and he leaves in annoyance, but Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa remain and intend to conquer Earth. Hoping to restore everyone's proper ages, Billy Cranston builds a regenerator powered by the Ninja Power Coins. However, only Billy is restored to normal before the device is stolen by Goldar and Rito Revolto. Rito and Goldar then destroy the coins. With the human Rangers' powers destroyed, only the Attribution Rangers stand between Earth and the forces of evil, and they cannot remain forever. Ultimately, Zordon realizes that only one thing can restore everything to normal, the Zeo Crystal, which the human Rangers had split into 5 subcrystals and scattered throughout time to keep it from Master Vile. The 5 young Rangers are each sent back to a different point in time to find a subcrystal. Upon success, they are returned to the present. All the while, the Attribution Rangers, Billy, Zordon, and Alpha 5 fend off the forces of Lord Zed and Rita. The villains also plot to destroy the command center and steal the completed Zeo Crystal. Ultimately, Zed and Rita succeed in summoning the Attribution Rangers' arch-foe, Hydro Hog, to destroy them. After a great deal of difficulty, the Attribution Rangers destroy him. Meanwhile, Esha Campbell acquires the final subcrystal in Africa. However, she chooses to remain in exchange for the subcrystal, and new friend Tanya Sloan goes in her place. Once the Zeo Crystal is recombined in a machine devised by Billy, Earth is restored to normal. The teenaged Rangers bid thanks and farewell to their Attribution counterparts, who return to Akitar. However, Goldar and Rito Revolta steal the Zeo Crystal out of the command center and their bomb goes off soon afterwards. The Rangers are teleported to safety just before the command center is destroyed. Aftermath. This miniseries sets up the transition from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to Power Rangers Zeo. The 2-part premiere of the latter resolved the cliffhanger ending and established the Rangers' new powers. The Attribution Rangers are later seen or referenced in further seasons. Sestro returns unmorphed in Graduation Blues, seeking Billy's help against the Hydro-Contaminators. Sestro later briefly appears with Delphine in Revelations of Gold. The Attribution and Zeo Rangers team up in the Rangers of Two Worlds two-parter, the first instance on the series of 2 full teams appearing together. The two-parter also centered around Billy rapidly aging because of his use of the regenerator. In Countdown to Destruction in Power Rangers in Space, the Attribution Rangers battle and are overwhelmed by Divatox's forces. Aurico later appears morphed in the Power Rangers Wild Force episode, Forever Red, which saw every previous Red Ranger united to stop the remnants of the Machine Empire. Characters Attribution Rangers Aurico, the Red Attribution Ranger. He's portrayed by David Bacon. As Field Commander, Aurico leads the Rangers in battle, and devises strategies that ensure victory. Years later he joined 9 other Red Rangers to fight the Machine Empire on the Moon. He did not appear unmorphed in this episode, and was voiced by Christopher Glenn. Sestro, the Blue Attribution Ranger. He's portrayed by Karen Prinz. Sestro is the brains of the team. A master of technology, he creates weapons and devices that get the Attribution Rangers out of tough situations. He is the first African-American Blue Ranger, which does not occur again until TJ dons the Blue Ranger's powers in Power Rangers in Space. Tydeus, the Yellow Attribution Ranger. He is portrayed by Jim Gray. He is a very strong and level-headed individual. He is also the first male Yellow Ranger, a tradition which occurs frequently on the Sentai counterpart, but does not happen again in the American releases until Dustin becomes the Yellow Wind Ranger in Power Rangers Ninja Storm several years later. Caucus, the Black Equation Ranger. He is portrayed by Alan Palmer. Though the quietest of the five, he can be rather hot-tempered in battle. Delphine, the White Equation Ranger, the leader of the Alien Rangers. She's portrayed by Raja Barudi. She is the leader of the team, and always looking out for her soldiers. She is known best as being the first female Power Rangers leader. Allies Billy Cranston, portrayed as a child by Justin Timsit and as a teenager by David Yost. Thomas Tommy Oliver, portrayed as a child by Michael Argotto and as a teenager by Jason David Frank. Rocky DeSantos, portrayed as a child by Michael J. Eliski and as a teenager by Steve Cardenas. Esha Campbell, portrayed as a child by Cicely Sewell and as a teenager by Karan Ashley. Adam Park, portrayed as a child by Matthew Sakamoto and as a teenager by Johnny Young Bosch. Catherine Cat Hillard, portrayed as a child by Julia Jordan and as a teenager by Catherine Sutherland. Zordon, voiced by Robert L. Manayan. Alpha 5, voiced by Richard Stephen Horvitz. Farkas Bulk-Maria, portrayed as a child by Cody Slayton and as a teenager by Paul Schreier. Eugene Skulovich, portrayed as a child by Ross J. Samia and as a teenager by Jason Navi. Villains Master Vile, voiced by Tom Winner. Rita Repulsa, portrayed by Carla Perez and voiced by Barbara Goodson. Lord Zed, portrayed by Edwin Neal and voiced by Robert Axelrod. Goldar, voiced by Kerrigan Mahan. Rito Revolto, voiced by Bob Papenbrook. Scott, voiced by Michael Surich. Babu, voiced by Dave Mello. Finster, voiced by Robert Axelrod. Hydro Hog, voiced by Brad Orchard. Monsters, Parrot Top, Sea Monster, Krabby Krabby, Garbage Mouth, Brick Bully, Professor Longnose, Slutsky, Eric and Merrick, The Barbaric Brothers, Bratboy, Witchblade, Arachnofiend. Zords, Battle Borgs, humanoid Zords used by each Equation Ranger that were brought with them from Akatar to Earth. They are less armored versions of the Shogunzods. They were controlled through telepathy. Shogunzods, the Equation Rangers also had access to the original Power Rangers Shogunzods and were able to form the Shogun Megazord. Along with the Falconzord, they could form the Shogun Mega Falconzord, which they used to defeat their most feared nemesis, the Hydro Hog. Episodes. Home media. In the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the complete series box set released on July 11, 2012, August 13, 2012, and November 20, 2012. A fifth disc featured in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3, all 10 episodes are featured on a disc marking the series as Season 3.5. On September 24, 2013, the complete Alien Rangers series was released solely onto DVD. Notes. See also: Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Zeo Rangers, Power Rangers Turbo, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, List of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers home video releases. External links: Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers at the Internet Movie Database.